And welcome back to the channel. This is the recreated WrestleMania 30 edition. That's right, we've made it to 30 videos. A little more than that if you count the voids and the recaps. If you are watching these and you enjoy them, I want to thank you for joining, and hopefully we'll get all the way through the WrestleMania series, and we'll continue this on and get better and polished. But anyway, let's dive into WrestleMania 30. Just fair warning, from this point on, it's mostly Mattel figures at this point. I will include a little bit of Jakks, but let's face it, they're the longest carrier now of the company's license, and so there's not really a competition anymore. When we go back into newer stuff, we might see that, but for now, it's mostly Mattel, and we're going to see how complete Mattel has been as far as recreating WrestleMania 30. Let's begin. Alright, a few facts. The event took place on April 6th of 2014 from the Mercedes-Benz Superdome in New Orleans, Louisiana. Attendance was 75,167. I'm told this has been disputed. 59 wrestlers participated at this event. This was a huge milestone WrestleMania. I think it's the most I've seen of all the WrestleManias. And let's kick it off with Triple H versus Daniel Bryan. And it is accurate. That is the attire Daniel Bryan wore, minus the shoulder tape, of course. Spoiler, he would go on to win those belts. If you didn't know that, already know that. This is the Triple H. This is also, I think, when Charlotte Flair was like basically just I guess an intro prop for Triple H to come out on the throne like that. This was a really cool looking design. I preferred his WrestleMania 27 look as far as detail. This was cool with the red and the gold. It was almost like they took the outfit and just spray painted it. But it is accurate. Then on to match 2 is not accurate. As you can see, Road Dogg is kind of an accurate attire, but Billy Gunn has got pink and multicolored. The figure we only got of Billy Gunn from this era of time, which is tail end of almost, I think, 50, or he might have been 50 at this point, or close to it, was the blue and green. Shield, of course, they're pretty accurate. And of course we had Corporate Kane, but if you just worn the blue, this would have been an accurate one as well. Oops, sorry. Click this. Now this is where most of the people were, and this took a lot of time to do. Right off the bat, I'm gonna let you know it's not accurate because there's no Brad Maddox. I know we were gonna get a Build-A-Figure of him at one time, then some unfavorable things came out. There was a video. I'm not gonna go into that kind of stuff, but let's say Xavier Woods and Paige were involved in that. But you have 3-man band. Of course, you can see Drew McIntyre in the picture here. He's not wearing the pants, but this is around the time they were in the 3-man band. You've got just Xavier Woods in purple. They had the blue. I think they would have a red that was canceled. He's got the fro here. Of course, it's before he joined New Day. Same with Big E. And I do believe Kofi Kingston is also in this as well. And again, this is before they all would team up and become New Day. Then there's a Rey Mysterio over here. I did include long pants Rey, not because this is back near the end of his first run with the company. He'd leave. I think shortly after this, you come back a couple years later, a lot more lean, a lot more cut, no more baggy pants. So, and then you have Fandango. This is before he was with Tyler Breeze. Mark Henry is, I do believe, bald at this point. I should have put a bald one in there, but the idea is the only person who really is accurate from this that they made was Cesaro, and that's probably why he's the largest one there, because that is the attire he wore. And of course, he would go on to win this Battle Royal. So another accurate one would be WrestleMania 30 match 4 was John Cena versus Bray Wyatt, both in elite form, both from the Corporate Kane Build-A-Figure line. This was I remember watching this and thinking Bray was going to win to try to help put him over. Later on, Cena would try to help Bray. Of course, he's no longer with the company, but At the time, really cool Bray Wyatt. Cool Cena. I preferred a later edition with light blue, but that was a good one. And then does the streak continue? Well, we'll find out in a second, but it's Undertaker versus Brock Lesnar from you have the Elite Lesnar or Elite Undertaker, excuse me, also from the corporate Build-A-Cane line with WrestleMania 30, and then WrestleMania 30 WrestleMania 30 Brock Lesnar. Now, yes, the decal, the deco on here is only his back tattoo symbol, which of course you're not gonna get Jimmy John's on there. They're not paying Jimmy John's royalties. So that's the closure you're going to get with the Brock Lesnar. But sadly, no, this would be the night that the streak ended. I remember watching, and like most of you, like everybody pretty much, thinking, oh yeah, he's going to get F5, he'll kick out, he'll hit a tombstone, Lesnar will kick out, he'll get, another tombstone, Lesnar will kick out, he'll get another F5 and somehow kick out, and eventually Lesnar will go for an F5, he's going to counter out of it and hit the tombstone. He'll last ride, something else will happen. So when he hit him and beat him clean in the ring, it was just silence. Followed by a lot of anger, a little bit of cussing from some of my friends at the time. But let's go on now to the match 6 of WrestleMania 30. It again is not complete because we are missing Oksana. Now Oksana, I do believe, is the one with the mask looking outfit right here. I think that's her. She wasn't around very long. I know there's something with Goldust and her going on. But you have Cameron and Naomi, which they were no longer the Funkadactyls. In fact, I think Naomi was at this point was breaking away. But you can see right here, they both kind of almost have this matching gear. So this might be before they broke up. But that's the only Cameron you're ever going to get. She wouldn't stay with the company very long. Summer Rae, another one. Eva Marie, who did come back. Just a good mesh of girls, but none of them from the WrestleMania tires. And then on to the main event of WrestleMania 30, and you've got Randy Orton, you've got the Batista, which if you look, he's got the green boots. It's only in basic form, unfortunately. Then you got the Daniel Bryan I showed earlier because he only wore one attire. What's cool is it comes with the belt, so he would end up winning that night. This figure probably highly sought after back in the day. I still imagine it's still pretty hard to find still to this day. This Orton, of course, there's many better Ortons out nowadays, but if you wanted authentic, you'd want these three right here to go with it. And now, let's see what the figure appreciation popped up tonight. Number 30 edition. It is custom figure appreciation Val Venus. That's right. I had this one personally made for my collection. I didn't want to go with this attitude. I know long hair. I see people do it all the time. I kind of felt like I wanted to almost do his Royal Rumble attire, but then I just couldn't find any good photos of it. And so I found this one on the internet. I talked to the guy at Rough Figures. Yes, it cost me $135, and I bought about 5 people all at once. And I decided, this attire looks pretty good. But I wanted to make sure that his boots and his knee pads were kind of connected because that's kind of how he was wearing stuff near the end of his time. I think most of the time, I know his other figures didn't really have that. And it has not arrived yet. There's been a little delay with the other figures. But of course, when you have 5 people made from scratch, the head exactly, but still great figures from what I've seen. I mean, the Build-A-Mont showed up from last time. That is a great figure. He ended up winning the ECW, the Extreme Custom Wrestling Championship during the Fig Fed thing I do when I'm able and have time. But just a great figure. I know they're playable. In fact, he sent me a picture of the Scott Steiner that he's doing right now, and it had open hands. And so I asked him to quickly change that to a closed fist and at least a mic holding hand so I can do Steiner math. And so he's doing that right now. But this one, I can't wait for it to arrive. Once the other 3 are done, they'll be up on here again. We've only got pretty much one more custom figure appreciation to look forward to in the WrestleMania series, but Survivor Series will kick off with a new one, and then every 5 Survivor Series I'll kick off another one. So with that being said, let's break down the numbers. You could not recreate this WrestleMania. We're missing 2 people, Oksana and Brad Maddox. Out there is a Build-A-Figure Brad Maddox prototype unfinished, but it was in his wrestling attire. I wasn't going to count one that never got officially released because it wasn't mass released. If you really want to, you could have a custom made of Brad Maddox. So recreated wise, we can do 71%. Mattel had 57 of the 59 figures with 96%. Jakks only has 25 of the people, so you see the Jakks is starting to die down, which is going to happen. LJN is long gone. Hasbro's been long gone. So it's just going to be that case. When we go back to the newer, the older stuff like Survivor Series 1, we're going to see that LJN line probably take dominance over Mattel. But for now, it's going to be Mattel pretty much the whole way through up until the last one, which will be WrestleMania 37. Accurate-wise, hey, it's 57% complete. So a little over half, barely just over halfway. Now, is there time to make more people? Yes and no. I mean, we could probably get more appropriate attires for people. Obviously, the WrestleMania 30 will probably never, WrestleMania 30 Battle Royal will probably never, the Andre Battle, be entirely accurate because half those guys are long gone. So at one point, I stopped looking for the proper attire. I mean, Big Show I found, but I know for a fact we're going to see more Fandangos. We probably will never get Brad Maddox or Oksana. So look for them in the void in the very near future. And as always, I want to thank you for watching. Please feel free to subscribe. I saw that I had 5 subscribers. I have 6 again. I saw on Wrestling Figs that somebody had started doing the thread idea of the same concept I've been doing. And I just kind of was like, hey, you know, if you guys like these ideas, check out the channel. I break it all down for you right off the bat. Even show you pictures, so you don't have to like wonder what they look like. I'll show you if it's accurate or not. But check back next week for WrestleMania's, excuse me, recreated WrestleMania 31 edition, and also a recap will be popping, and same with the Void 3 will all be coming, all coming before, I should have said all, not Al, before 2022. So I apologize for the typo on that. As always, your comments are welcome, and again, all images were just used for accuracy only. I'm not trying to steal people's stuff. I have some of these figures. I don't have some of these figures anymore. Chances are I probably owned most of them at one point, if not all of them. But I don't keep thousands upon thousands of wrestling figures. I keep at least maybe a few hundred.